Yes, so data management, right? So data management means whatever data you are inputting or whatever data uh, you are exporting, importing, right? So in this chapter, we'll learn about data import wizard and data loader, right? And why data management? Why data import wizard, right? So if we are adding one or two candidates or one or two objects, right? Then then we don't need any wizard like that, any data import wizard, right? But if we are required to import approximately about 10,000 records, right? So 10,000 records uh, in a single process at one time. So you can add 10,000 records, 20,000 records, right? By using data import wizard and data loader. What is the difference between? Let us see about the difference between these two. These two are uh, so data management. It is a tool for bulk posting of records. So it's a tool for bulk posting of records. That means whenever we require to import or export uh, data in bulk, then we can use these processes. So there are two types of data management that is provided by Salesforce. That is, one is data import wizard, and other one is data loader. So data import wizard and data loader, these two are different kind of things. So what is the main difference between? There are many differences between these two, but we'll see some key differences, some main differences here. So the first difference is that uh, data import wizard is an on-demand on-demand tool. So what does it mean, on-demand tool? And data loader, this is on-premise. So on-demand and on-premise, right? On-demand means you don't need to install anything, right? So there is no need for installation. And on-premise means you need to install something. You need to install the application for use. So this is the difference between uh, on-demand and on-premise. There are softwares, on-demand softwares, like whatever we are using in Salesforce. Salesforce, it's an on-demand tool, and anything that we install in our mobile phones or laptops. So whenever installation, whenever storage is required, then you can say that these tools are on-premise tool, right? And whenever there is no need of installation, that is on-demand tool. So that is the difference between these two. So data import wizard is an on-demand tool and data loader is an on-premise tool. So first point is clear.
Yes.
Let's go to our org. So for this, I need to go to some standard application. I have selected sales. And you can see that there are many objects, but uh, as data as data management, as data import wizard, it works with a few objects only, a few standard objects only, and it can work with all the custom objects, right? So what are those few objects which data import wizard works, and which data import wizard works? So for that, let's go to setup, and here we will search for data import wizard. So you can see the data import wizard. So select it. So there is an option called launch wizard. So let's launch it. So here you can see that these are the standard objects, right, with which data import wizard works. So what are those objects? Accounts and contacts, right? So so it works with accounts and contacts, and leads, solutions, campaign members, and with all custom objects. So it can work with all custom objects, right? And with accounts and contacts, leads, solutions, campaign members, right? So this is the criteria. This is its limitation, that it can work only with these items, these objects, right? And about data loader, we can say that data loader, it can work with all Salesforce objects, right? So data loader can work with all Salesforce objects, and data import wizard, it can work with some few standard objects and all custom objects. So this is the second difference between these two. And the third difference is that uh, it can perform some limited actions. Limited actions like insert, update, and upsert. So what is upsert? Upsert is nothing but it's a combination of insert and update, right? So can perform limited actions like insert, update, and upsert. Whereas data loader, it can do many functions. So it can insert, update, upsert, export, export all, yes, delete, and hard delete. So what is hard delete? Everything is clear. Hard delete, what is hard delete? So hard delete is nothing but permanently delete, right? That means whenever you delete something with hard delete, then you can't recover it, right? Like there is an option in Salesforce that whenever you delete something, you can recover it within 15 days, right? But if you hard delete it, you can't recover it within 15 days, right? So it's clear. And here it has a limitation of a maximum. It can process a maximum of 50,000 records, right? So it can update, or it can say that insert or upsert a maximum of 50,000 records in a single time. And whereas if we talk about data loader, so it can process about 5 million, right? So it can process about 5 million records in a single time. So these are the four key differences between these two, data import wizard and data load, right? So let's see what uh, for data. Yes, you can see that there is a window of data import wizard, right? You can see that this is the starting point. You have to choose data, you have to edit mapping, and then start import. So this is a process. You have to follow this process. First of all, you have to select object for which we are performing any operation. So let's select one standard object here. Suppose leads. So whenever we want to create a new lead, there are some fields which are required, like the name, that is first name, last name, company, lead status, right? So these are some field required. So we'll have to create, first of all, what type of data is required to import something. That means what type of file it can take, right? So first of all, we have to see what type of file it can take. Yes, you can see that you can import up to 50,000 records at a time, right? So for this, you have to prepare a .csv file, right? So let's do some prerequisites. What are the prerequisites? So the prerequisites is that you have to create some folders. So create folders and name it as data management. So data management, and inside it we have to create a folder. So inside it we have to create folders like import, one more folder for export, and one more folder for results. So we have created three folders, right? So the point is that something is required, that is a CSV file. What type of data we want to import? So that we have to prepare a CSV file, and for preparing a CSV file we need to do yes. So yes, we can see that there are some fields. So we copy it and paste it into your new created here. So this is the first column. In second column, put the last name. So put the last name here. In the third column, let's put something. Um, yes, company. So first name, last name, company name. You can put as many fields as you want, right? Right now I am putting some, so this one, industry, and last but not the least, uh, yes, this one. So suppose I have put all these five fields. So first name, maybe uh, suppose import is the first name and last name is wizard, and company name is maybe test, and industry as banking, right? We can see that there are many industries: banking, apparel, agriculture, right? And here open not contacted, right? So we can put these values: open not contacted, working contacted. Suppose create one. No, just no. So first name is import, last name is wizard, the name is test, banking is now save. Suppose I have created one uh, record, and see the record. So what I have, what criteria I have put? I have selected open not contacted, right? So let's update the Excel sheet with open not contacted. Right. After that, another option was there. Another option, working contacted. So working contacted, and industry name should be agriculture. So agriculture and working contacted. Other option is closed converted, closed not converted. So closed converted, closed not converted, and there are other industries like chemicals, construction, right? So chemicals and construction. So suppose I want to 10 records. I want to update. It's just one. And wizard. So suppose this is our uh, the data. This is the data which we want to import, right? So for this we have to save it as CSV. So for saving it as CSV, we have to remove extra pages. So remove all pages, and here there is an option, still options. No, save as other formats. Yes, you can see that uh, there is an option CSV comma delimited. This is the option we have to select and name it as so data insert, right? So we are performing for insert options, so operations. So data insert, run it. Now import and save it. So our file is ready. Now we can, let's check it. So you can see that there is a file in the same format that is required. Now go to data import, right? So we'll go here one more time, like in the quick find box, we'll search for data import wizard and click on data import wizard and go to launch wizard. So what type of data? Yes, it is for lead object. So select this. Now what are we here to do? We are here to add new records, right? So add new records, and which format? So in CSV format. Here you can see that there are some options like match lead by. So leave it right now. and select next. Sorry, we have to choose the file. So for the data management, import, here is your file. Now next. So match it, like first name, last name, company, industry, lead status. So everything is same, right? Everything is same. If there is any if you there is any difference, right? So you have to change that. Suppose suppose it was lead status. If instead of that, if the we have this option, right? So it will show some error, right? Lead status can't match with the street, right? So you have to make the right matchings, and after that select next. So here it's lead status. Let's select it, lead status. Now next. So you can see that mapped fields, there are 5 mapped fields and unmapped fields 0. Now start import. So import has started and I think it's done. If you want to see the result, you can view results, right? But we'll check. So refresh it. So we have created some records. So you can see that test 1, test 2, test 6, 7, 10. We have created 10 records, right? So it has selected all open leads. So we have to select today's leads, because after selecting all open leads, it will show the leads of open criteria. You can see that today's leads are, these are 10 and the one which I created, right? So these 10 are by import wizard, right? So you can see that lead status is not open, not contacted, working, contacted, right? So whatever it was in the criteria, uh, our this this is ready, right? So this is one option where we have done uh, import, right? So we have done import. Now the other option for that, we have to create this. So for creating, let's go to import wizard, import, and copy it and paste it here and name it as data update, right? So we'll do data update. That was data insert, and now we'll do data update. So for data update, we have to prepare this. Suppose Suppose there is one more column, and that is some ID columns. So we have to make some ID. We have to copy some ID. Suppose we are talking about this records ID. So this is data. This is import wizard test one, right? And uh, so it's test one, and we are here to make its copy. So mm, okay, you can see this. This is the ID, right? So copy this ID and paste it here. IDs are in the format of .salesforce.com, right? So here it's ID, it's an ID, and it's an extra field, right? Suppose the industry maybe or is of company. We have created 10. Suppose this is 100, and industry maybe of agriculture, energy, so energy. Let me check whether energy is a criteria or not. So energy is a criteria. See here, energy. Suppose this is the criteria, and let it be working contacted. Okay, so or leave it like open contact. Right? Save this. So now record got saved. Now we'll perform another data import wizard. Select data import wizard, and then the same process. We'll go to launch wizard. Here we will select leads. Now we'll select update existing record. So here we have to select salesforce.com ID, right? Because there is an ID. So salesforce.com ID, and leave the rest. Now select the CSV, choose your file. So it's data update, open it, next. So check it, salesforce.com ID, first name, last name, company, industry. So if yes, we'll go to the next step. That is, you can see that six mapped fields and unmapped fields 0. So start import. Okay. So it's done. Let's refresh the page now. So you can see that import visa test 100 has been created. Let's see the detail pages. So in the detail page, you can see that energy industry is energy, and lead status is open, not contact. Right. So this was the thing we created, and test it's just 100. Import wizard is the name. So you can see that whenever a record is created or whenever a record is updated, right? So we have two records here, and one record got updated, right? So what record got updated? The record ID which we copied, right? The record ID which we copied got updated by the name of test 100, right? So is it okay? Is there any question regarding this? Suppose whatever record you want to update, right? Whatever record you want to update, you can update by copying its ID. So this is an ID. So if you want to update its record, just copy its ID and paste it on your Excel, on your CSV file, and then import the data. I hope it's clear. So now we'll see about upsert option. That is the third one. So for third option, let's create one more file, paste it here, change its name. So data upsert. So insert an ID here. Yes. So suppose there are two records, and name it as test 101 and test 102, because test 4 and 3 is already there. So suppose it's not contacted, working contacted, closed converted, working contacted, closed converted. So closed converted is there, working. So working contact, and we need some IDs for a record to be changed, right? Mm, today's leads. Now suppose I want to change this record, test 100, test, only test, right? So go to its detail pages. Now here you can see an ID, right? So copy its ID and paste it here, right? So you can see that there is an ID and there is a blank field, right? So ID, with ID it will get updated, and without ID a new record will get created, right? So let's do this. For this we have to save it. So save this. Now the same process, data import wizard, and here we can, we'll go to data app launch wizard. Now the same leads, select leads, and here you can see that add new and update existing record. So we are going to do both these things. Now select the file, so upsert and open it. Next, so just check it. I hope it's okay. Yes, it's okay. So start import now. Okay, here just refresh this. So after refreshing, you can see that uh, same ID got a different name. Okay, let's check. Uh, it's select today's leads. So the test which we created, right, has been changed to test 100, 100 or 101. Let me check it. So 101. Where is 102? Test 102 is not showing. Refresh it again. Working contacted, closed, converted. Is it not showing? Okay, I'll check why it is not showing, but one record is showing. And that is 101. There was an ID, right? So chemicals closed, converted. Check 101. So on detail page. So it's closed, converted. It's chemicals, right? It is showing why 102 is not. So it's about lead input. One more mail. Yes. Two rows were processed. Updated one. Oh, this one is rejected. Yes, why it's rejected? You can see that this one is rejected. So it is rejected because there are some same industries, right? So if we change the industry, then it will get reflected, right? So it's suppose it says an assignment, right? So you need to change industry. You need to name is changed also already. So working contacted, it's also changed. So you need to change the industry and then you need to import this, right? So I hope it's clear. So it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Now we'll see about data loader. So in the quick find box, search for data loader. So as you can see that there is a download option. So go to this option. Yes, confirm it. So you need to download it, right? You need to download it. So there are versions of Windows and MacBook. So whichever is relevant to you, you can download, right? There are other options also. So developer guide and help guide.